wizard.
If not over, then through.
Let me back in. I'll bring Leroican out here, you tin tube. You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? Shit, it's you. You went looking for the night song after me. Please tell me you found it. Hope you lost fewer people along the way than I did. Bloody goblins. Leroican should have warned us. Sod it. Enough. Leroican and his precious night song just about ruined my life. If you value yours, I'd steer well clear of this place.
This armor is a construct animated by powerful magic. It has no soul or power of speech, but it follows the directives of its master. It feels no pain and knows no morality. It will act on behalf of its master and perish when the magic that binds it is severed.
It might just be there's not much left.
Indulge your curiosity. Sorcerer's Sundries is the finest purveyor of magical miscellany for miles around.
Where's the axes?
I'm sure
They sell is far more precious than mere sword or shield. They sell knowledge, ingenuity, the wisdom of mages past.
because they're made of fire.
Sounds like all your thing in mine.
What's in mine? Many things, I suppose.
You! What are you doing here? Nothing for you to worry about.
His voice catches. Something's wrong here.
But never mind that. What can I do for you? It's all I deal with these days. People claiming their trinkets are the real night song. Looking for the mountain of gold Leroican promised. There's even a pamphlet. Take one. They're on the desk. Be very sure before you make to visit Leroican. He's got a beastly temper. But if you really do know something, he'll want to see you. Head upstairs. You can find the way into his tower up there. How can I help you? Huh. I suppose that, at least, I can help with. Hope you found what you're looking for.
Lovely day this, for now.
can't give up now.
How can I help? Huh. I suppose that, at least, I can help with. Hope you found...
You have my attention.
I saw somebody
Let's
cross the
move.
Rokan's tower less 10
Should mind my step.
The water elemental appears to turn towards you, showering everything with a bracing mist.
I want a pet elemental, but Mumbus says I'm not old enough. I wouldn't let it die like the goldfish, though.
Have you seen how much the prices have risen? Might as well be throwing my gold straight into the lava elemental.
I need a quick word.
The lava elemental looks at you placidly, near unfathomable heat beating against your face.
Don't be shy. Here.
The lava elemental looks at you placidly. For the first time since you've had your infernal heat, you've met something even hotter than you. The elemental stares back. It is not an invitation. You sense an unfathomable depth behind the shifting crevices of its face. A pleasant heat passes through you.
Because they're made of fire, darling.
Still alive, so that's progress. Moving ahead.
I can tell by the sound. You're after nothing but the best. And luckily for
The
you,
newborn zombie gazes at you hungrily, pus drooling from its slack jaw.
Do you think that zombie looks fresh? Is fresh good? I never know with zombies.
apologies. I'm with a customer at the moment.
Look, a bookseller. She can point us to the tome I need.
You're a fellow bargain hunter, I see. The hidden gems here are far better value than the rare books Tolna keeps locked behind the desk. I'm sure there's gold in the stack somewhere. No.
Literature department. Can I help you? Whoosh. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Leverokan was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiot Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you? It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but Not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crone's true nature. If only you could read them.
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The annals of Karsus are best left unread. Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either. You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tones is enough to stimulate most. How can I help you? What would you like to know? Interesting choice. If I didn't know better, I'd think you might have the necromancy of Fae in your possession. I'd advise tremendous care with the Tharkiat Codex. The cost of unlocking its mysteries is onerous. Its author was a spectacularly talented halfling. She was, allegedly, able to establish contact with members of the Sealy Court. Can you even imagine what wonders the Fae Pantheon might have revealed? Oh, incredible. You've heard about the Red Knight, I trust? Devout strategist made Exarch of Tempest. This treaty is a compilation of her own design, kept here on the material plane for the benefit of us mortals. Quite rare.
Get on himself. How delightful. I simply must have it. Planted that herb garden, you know.
Oh, it's too late for that now. Would you mind if I finish browsing before you muscle in, please? I was here first, actually.
What's up for discussion?
One moment. I'm trying to work out how many pinches of mugwort is equivalent to one of Mother's Leaf.
What do you mean?
There's not much left. Looks like folks heard the Absolute was on the march and bought everything that wasn't nailed down.
Where is the famous Leroican? His shop is an utter shambles.
Next up, stop.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Leroican's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
The Night Song is an ancient potion that allows its drinker to become irresistibly attractive to man and god alike. The Night Song is a druidic staff that allows its bearer command over an army of ancient beasts. The Night Song is a priceless ruby from a realm beyond our own. The Night Song is an immortal being, the child of a deity.
The air is ripe with magic.
Still breathing, despite everything.
In a little. I've got a bit more shopping to do.
A couple turns should do it. Never wanted the easy path.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order. Congratulations!
Gione. At your word.
Carefully now.
Many things, I suppose. Blood, bile, phlegm, chocolate.
On my way.
How? I'm not surprised to know.
Need to find a way forward. That might be worth a look.
Storage and sorting of scrollwork, parchment, and tomes.
Seems simple enough. Don't give me trouble now. Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
Be cautious.
The annals of Cassus we seek. Undoubtedly, they are behind the door, bearing his name.
Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Dumb-footed dwergar.
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Favorite, to be sure.
Trap. Be cautious.
Fresh orders? If you are sure. Intriguing.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Never wanted the easy path. Better not be cursed.
There's a truck.
Unlock hereby the path to the Cassus Vault.
place is more dangerous than I thought.
At your command. At your command. A trap. As if we are a horde of dumb. A trap. Let us send forth our to be sure.
What to do? Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Be wary. This place is trapped. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster Vault.
Caution is warranted here.
On my way. With a flick of the wrist.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the code of the once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest? The book refused.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. If the crown atop the Elder Brain was truly forged by Karsus himself, this book will confirm it. All we have to do is turn the page. Devil Raphael was telling the truth. There's no doubt. The crown of Karsus is what's controlling the Elder Brain. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. To every end you can imagine, and 1,000 more beyond. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. But do you not expect something in return for your devotion? Some favor? Some stir of courage? Some response? I worshipped Mistra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor. Neither of us can know what truly may be if we don't at least try. Potential is nothing in itself, just a fleeting dream unless we drag it into the waking world. Please, at least think on it. Powerful as he was, Karsus lacked some advantages I can lay claim to. I know Mistra. intimately. And I carry a fragment of the weave itself within my body. Cass has achieved many things. But he never managed that. A long road lies ahead before the crown comes into our possession. All I ask for now is that you do not dismiss this possibility out of hand. Please, at least think on it. I see. I suppose I am asking you to take a leap of faith even the most loyal of companions might struggle to land gracefully. I've spent so long feeling inferior, shut out from my destiny over such a simple act of youthful enthusiasm. Perhaps I got carried away with the thought this crown could give me back what Mystra took. Cure me, even. You're right. There aren't many wizards who'd care to be mentioned in the same breath as him, or his folly. Whatever comes of this, we cannot allow the crown to be reforged in Raphael's image. A devil wielding the might of Casus. It would be the end of everything.
Lost in thought.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oh, you've arrived in the nick of time, saintly adventurer. I've been trapped for so long, I dare say I'm half mad. Ho ho! Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save me. Such courage brings a tear to the eye. A sorcerer. Such relief! I know one of your prowess will have no issue escaping. Simply get someone to swap places with you, or you'll be stuck in here for all eternity. Toodles! Oh, freedom's sweet nectar! How I missed you. Oh. My rescuer left behind a servant. I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I'm sure you're at your wit's end without your master. Well, if you're so mightily knowledgeable about the arcane, you know that freeing your friend couldn't be easier. Simply put your hand on the lamp and take your companion's place. Now, I must be going. I'm horribly late for an appointment. Doodles!
Looking ahead.
Hold very still, Midclaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crank. Ready? Aim. Oh. We have a visitor. At ease. McClaw, you may go. I see no night song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the night song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? And you must have an answer to my request. If you want to keep your head, of course. The night song. Do you have it or not? She? Then you do know her. You've been to Shah's temple. To the Shadowfell. You've looked upon the night song's face. Tell me, and choose your next words carefully. Where is she now? Dead? That cannot be. It is immortal. A god. Is that meant to be some consolation? It was the key to my immortality. How can this be? How can this be? Shit!
You'll bring him the night song, won't you? He'll be so very pleased, so very happy if his plans materialize.
I want to have a word.
Your terrible tidings have cost me everything! My grand design! Dashed to ruins! This always happens to me!
I saw somebody go up to Lerokin's tower. Frightened when they came out.
I could cook food right on my body, so I wouldn't even need the oven.
You make fine point. Apparently, Lerokin.
How can I help you?
Mother's milk, your visage speaks of ill tidings. Speak, ally mine. What troubles you? Is he indeed? Pray tell, what does he seek from Dame Aelin? Magicians and their machinations. I have had enough for an eternity. I will wring his neck until he's dead. The weasel out-weaseled. Well done, my friend. But Dame Aelin's deeds are great. Her presence, present. Sooner or later, he will discover that the daughter of Selûne lives. Let us travel to his chambers, his lair. We will see him undone, in the style of the dead, unburied Ketheric Thorm.
I'm coming with you. I'd like to get a few licks in myself.
My darling, we agreed you'd scout for the nearest Selûnite enclave this very night. Let us divide our efforts, all the sooner to be reunited.
I won't let you go alone. Who knows what this wizard might have planned?
Our closest ally will accompany me, won't you? It will be a swift and fruitful chore. Hie we to this Lorroakan right away. I am as eager to meet him as he is to ensnare me.
Very well.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic it is.
Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave, if you are willing. Trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
I need a moment for the two of us.
So all it took to get Mystra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
So, Mistress requested a chat with Gale. Unusually polite for a god. I do hope it goes well. We've pissed off enough gods already.
How can I help? I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. You clearly see something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently. I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing.
I couldn't help overhearing what Elminster said to Gale. Not every day a god asks for a chat.
Hey, maybe I'm invited too. I can be the muscle.
The mother of all magic, they say. Let us hope Mystra brings Gale good fortunes.
Poor Gale. But Mystra is wrong about him. Perhaps he can yet prove that.
Goddess or no, it is a fearsome sting to be let down by a lover. And to hear of it from another of her bright birds. It must be difficult for Gale to imagine great Elminster courting. Writing poems, doing certain deeds. It is difficult for Minsk to think of too. Let us speak no more of it. Of Elminster and the sex, I mean.
That pointy-headed old fart talks too much. But he has also moved mountains, walked between plains, and dragged himself back from death a dozen times. If he still believes in Gale, the boy should not be overly concerned what his ladylove thinks. Goddess or no.
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
Mystra wants to meet Gale. Impressive. The only thing a god's ever offered me is a cold shoulder.
We cannot allow Gale to go through with Elminster's ludicrous plan. Destroying the Absolute before we fully understand it would be madness.
not much left. The absolute.
Well, at least they seem to use the...
I think it.
Welcome, dear Pate. I am an unperson in service of the revered wizard Leroican, proprietor of this fine establishment. To browse our wares, if you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. For all other inquiries, say other. You are not Mr. Marvin Hudd, the collections officer assigned to this establishment. Logic detected. Petition approved. Enjoy. How else can I help you today? I'm sorry, I didn't understand your query. To browse our... If you are a city official here, to learn more about the search for the Night Song, say Night Song. To learn more about Master Leroican, say Leroican. To learn more about my good self, say projection. I am the product of an ingenious bit of magic performed by Master Leroican. I am blessed with sufficient intelligence to adequately run and protect the shop, Sorceress Sundries. Because Master Leroican is engaged in important work, I take care of such banalities as speaking with customers.
Of course, darling.
What have we here? A magician in a tower, hiding away from the frightening world. What are you so scared of, Magus? Not the Night Song, surely? Why, she's nothing but a relic to be purchased and pursued.
My God. The Night Song is a person.
By my honor, it's you. My dear, I thought you were...
You will address me with due deference. I am Dame Aelin. And you are a whelp without honor, without pride, with nothing but a tower full of trinkets.
Oh, my apologies, Dame Aelin. I meant no disrespect. I asked our mutual friend here to make an introduction that I might get to meet the famed daughter of Selûne. Forgive me for that impudence. Perhaps our friend can bridge the gap and do what I believe they came here to do?
My steel-hearted friend speaks true. Give me one good reason, Magus, why I should not strike you down where you stand.
Dame Aelin, I have discovered a device that would allow your immortality to be shared. It would cause you no harm, no pain of any kind. You serve your mother Selûne, I believe. She who has blessed our realm with so many gifts. Honor her by sharing yours.
You dare to threaten me with the same magic that held me in torment for 100 years? You do not seek to share my gifts. You seek to poach them.
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I overestimated you. No bother. I have an arsenal of implements capable of convincing you to see reason. A pity you didn't prove a more reliable ally. you could have reaped the rewards of my good favor. I'd hoped you to keep an open mind, but it seems you're determined to make this as difficult as possible. Boy, at the ready. Once I've taken control of the Aasimar, she must go directly into the caging runes.
No, Master Lorokan. I would never have assisted you if I knew you planned such horrors. You lied to get the Night Song here. Made us all believe she was nothing but a relic. I have seen what true leadership can accomplish, but never under your tutelage.
Watch your tongue, you child. I could make it such that no wizard in the realm will touch you.
If they're all like you, I think that sounds like an excellent bargain.
Oh, face us, charlatan! We who detest you so!
Myrmidons! Imperatum!
Stay idle.
Tormented.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Leroican, you who would see me caged, you who would purchase my submission with profane gold. Let every wicked magus, every vile murtherer, each slaver and misery merchant see. Dame Aelin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty.
How much further can I go? Seems like a good moment to talk.
The Firehead Fool is dead. Yet as I stare upon his corpse, I feel sadness. Why? A gripping in the chest, as though I'd lost someone. Something. Paladin's fatigue, no doubt. You were excellent in battle, as is your way. And I am proud to fight at your side. And you, tiefling, you did not embarrass yourself. I will catch my breath, then to camp I will bring my bones. Moon Maiden be with you.
Leroican is dead. The bastard is dead. Leroican was a cruel and vicious man. By day, I'd tend the shop, but at night, he'd fire the most nonsensical questions at me. And for every one I answered wrong, he'd beat me. I could have killed him with my own two hands. But I kept thinking it was all a test. It had to be. I thought it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just a sick, sick man. I have, with your considerable help. I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, I must do it myself. Thankfully, I have everything I need, right here. Oh, I like the sound of that. I do indeed. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. Leroican refused to let them stay here. They are gonna love the tower. I wouldn't have this, the tower, my family, without you. What can I do to thank you? And you'll have me. I'll learn everything I can about the tower in the meantime, even if I have to rip this place apart. But know this. Ramazith's tower and its master are now your friends. And when the time comes, we will stand by you as allies.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
I've got a long road ahead. I'll take that. These boots have seen everything.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious.
I have something to ask.
Aelin left to face that wizard, Leroican, was it? Even after all she's been through, she thinks herself unstoppable, invincible. It all feels like recklessness to me. That's my greatest fear. I wanted to help her, but she said she fights better when she knows I'm safe. I understand. I'll rest a little easier if you do. Moon Maiden, hear me.
Ah, ally mine. We are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
He did, and it came. Now, my friend, bask in your victory. I will do the same. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
I brought my own pet.
Oakfather preserve you.
Dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched. He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
Seen this place. It's incredible. And this is our house now. I think it goes without saying that you have a room here. Anytime.
I knew Leroican amassed knowledge like a dragon with its hoard, but never could I have imagined such wealth. And the tower itself has a cannon. The sheer power is mind-boggling. Indeed. I must still figure out its intricacies, but I am close. Study and catalogue it. Leroican barely knew his alphabet. Then share it with the realms. After all, it does little good collecting dust in an old tower.
Heard you put that prick, Leroican, in the ground. Good. Only sad I couldn't help. Thank you. For having Roland's back. You just can't stop saving us, can you?
What path lies before me?
there she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic, as though the weave itself were coursing beneath her stony skin.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. The summoning channel Mystra has provided is for me alone. No one else is permitted to enter it, no matter how talented a user of the weave they are. You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart and her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one I'd be praying to. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
Mystra. I never thought we'd speak again like this. Why am I here?
There is much unsaid between us, but time runs ever short. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
I didn't want to die. And when I saw the crown, I thought I might not have to, if I only understood its power.
And you believe you have the right to such an understanding? The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
That can't be. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. I only wished to prove myself worthy. I had no idea.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
I won't let you down again. When the Absolute is vanquished, I will surrender Karsus's powers to you. You have my word.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
Mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. And what you felt was but the slightest drop, drawn from the rushing torrent that is the weave. I confess, now my former prowess, even I struggle to stand her presence. The effects on the mortal body of such unfettered magical exposure cannot be overestimated. She held back in order to protect us, to make sure I heard her. The Karsite weave, within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again, for all that's worth. I'll have to disagree with you there. Having not one but two parasitic entities within your body does very little for one's faith in one's personality. Still, I should take the compliment with the same generosity it was given, so thank you. If I can promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
It seems Gale has made amends with Mistra. Good for him. Though, I don't see any such reconciliation between myself and Shah anytime soon.
Wow. Gale is the chosen of Mistra. Congrats to him, I think. Hope he knows what he's doing. We haven't fared very well with other chosen so far.
Best be on my way.
It seems Gale has made amends with Mistra. I see this as a good omen for what awaits us.
Gale reminds me of the Vremyonoi of my homeland. The man-mages of Rashiman. While the girl folk go on to rule as Wiklarin, we've touched boys were hidden away, trained to work their craft in silence and secrecy. It is an old custom, not well observed. In truth, I thought it born of caution, after some catastrophe wrought by wizardly menfolk of old. Now I wonder if it was not done to hide them from Mistra, and the snares she sets for young and prideful boys, Though this suggests that Mistra has never tempted a witch into foolishness. Not that I would blaspheme by suggesting otherwise. I forget why I began this long and winding story. Yes, Boo, we have been spending too long around the wizard.
Gale is a better man than most, to choose what is right, even after what Mistra asked of him. Me? I think I would have tugged the great goddess's hair a bit first.
Almost pleasant traveling with...
You wish to consult me?
This crown seems too powerful and dangerous an object for mere mortals to possess. Too dangerous even for Mistra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than a man.
I do not trust Mistra to do right with the crown, but I think I trust Gale even less. He should give it to her and be done with it, or his lust for power might well consume him.
So, Gale's agreed to be a good boy and hand the crown over to Mistra. I can't say I would have made the same call, but each their own.